What's up everybody, welcome back to yet another video. So over the past week or something like that, we have been talking back and forth on Instagram about classic flies, and I made a video where I asked you guys to guess in the comments where I got the inspiration from. And I mean, a lot of people said the big hole demon, which was not the case, but that really made me fall back in love with the big hole demon and the whole thing that fly is. I mean, it's an amazing fly and a lot of history and all that. So of course I need to try one of those out. I made one a year or two ago, I think. But this one I kept as close to the original as I could with the materials I have. And before we start, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications, leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to see, and let's get down to the vise here. So for this type of fly, I like to use a hook that is also very classic, at least in the looks, and it is the NS156 from Eric's Hooks. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the, I think it was the Partridge CS54. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, it's kind of similar, but this one is actually available to purchase and is always in stock, so that's a good thing. Right, so I will be going back to my Brahma hen here, just because these middle feathers are close to that, what I can find, how the original looked. I have a few on my table here actually as I was practicing this. I've seen some people tying it with spliced tail, which means you'll just plug out some fibers from the feather and then tie them in like that. And then there's this guy here, which is a little bit more challenging, but with two feathers for the tail, which is the version we will be tying today. So plug out two feathers. And one thing I will mention is that you can kind of see that these feathers curve. So what you want to do is to place them on top of each other, back to back, which will give you something that looks like this. Now of course I'm exaggerating this so you can see it a little bit better, but I'm sure you get the picture. So let's get these in here. And I know some people have the skills to tie in two at the same time, like David McPhail. I mean, he's just an amazing fly tyer. So, but what I like to do is just to catch the feather on the side of the hook, like this, and then you can kind of pull it until you have the desired length. That, and then you tighten it like so. Trim it off roughly around this length, because I want this will be getting a tinsel body, so I want it to be uniform. Let's go to the other side. So same thing. I'm sorry if I'm turning it a little bit out of focus for you guys here, but I really want to nail this. So same thing, get a few loose turns in, pull this. Move forward before you pull that. And sometimes these feathers kind of will twist on you, which is why it's a good idea to I mean, I don't use waxed thread, but some of the uni threads are pre-waxed, so if you use those, that'll be fine. I'm using a Vivas GSP thread, so it's pretty slippery, and what you can do is just to, you should do that anyways, but put a good layer of thread onto the hook shank before you start tying. Don't tie these feathers into or in on the naked shank. Like that. So that's how the tail looks from the top. Let's get some mylar tinsel in here. Now you can use a lot of different colors here. Originally I think it was with silver, and I don't have anything in silver, so I'm taking the next best thing, which is pearl. Kind of looks like silver. Catch that on the side there. Tie that all the way to the back. Get the tying thread out of the way. Clean everything up a little bit. And then stop, I don't know, what do I have here? 6 or 7 millimeters, depending on the hook size, of course. But you want to leave some space up in front for a front hackle and some chenille. So cover the back half with the tinsel. Like so. Then you need to pluck out a bigger feather for the front hackle. I have one here. What I like to do is just to cut off the tip whilst holding back some of the fibers, which gives you this little triangle you can tie it into. Makes it a little bit easier to catch it. Clean that up. Then I will be using some of this Antron chenille. This has a little bit of flash mixed into it as well. You can see it here. See that? Really nice material. And one thing I like to do is just to pluck out some of the fibers in front so you get the core exposed. So you can tie in on that without it getting too bulky. With this chenille it will get bulky real quick. Stop 1 or 2 millimeters from the hook eye, and then start turning this, touching turns. I think I can get one more in here, like that. Catch it, make a few securing wraps here with turns. There you go. Catch the feather. Start with one full turn and then open up those wraps or turns or whatever, and then up in front here finish with one full turn as well. Just like that. Catch it, sorry if my hands are a little bit in the way here. There it is. And again, do not cut into the fly, right? Open up your scissors and push it against the hackle stem. This way you don't risk doing like that and then just destroying your fly. Super annoying when that happens, especially with a fly that is a little bit more demanding like this one, with the tail at least. I mean, you can always go back, right? You can always just unwrap it and start over, but still a bit annoying, and it kind of never gets the same. So let's get a good finish in here, like that. Cut off the tying thread, and now I like to use a white tying thread almost all the time. So what you can do here, if that, I know that annoys some people if the fly has a white head, but if you have a permanent marker, you can cheat a little bit, just like that. So that's why I never, almost never, use any other color tying thread, because you can just finish it off with a permanent marker in brown or black or whatever. So let's stay true to classic fly tying here while we're at it. Give this a little bit of varnish to secure that. You can of course use, this smells so good. You can of course use UV resin, which is probably faster. Also, instead of chenille here in front, you can also just use some dubbing. But that there is the fly, and this moves so nice in the water. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments, some questions, whatever. Check out some of the new videos I've made with fly tying music. You guys really seem to enjoy that, so do check that out. Check some of the links in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video.